Hi Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. It is Friday. Thank you. Oh my God. It's just a lot of things to do. Last weekend I took almost all the Christmas decorations down and I've put almost all of them away. I'm not quite there yet, but that's just a huge job. And I've realized like my floors are filthy, and yeah, I haven't been able to keep up on laundry and dishes, and those of you with children have been have been gently telling me about like the reality when there's 4 people in house instead of just 2, you know, that kind of thing. So anyway, so yeah, I just got a lot of like cleaning projects. I have to get the floors swept. It is out of control. And yeah, I'm just feeling like behind. Now, January is always a busy month for me at work. And so it's kind of gearing up a little bit. Anyway, so forgive me if I am a little bit scatterbrained. One of my favorite things about Booktube at this time of the year, the end of the year, the beginning of the year, like there's so many great videos. I've been watching some fantastic videos from you know, about goals, what people hope to achieve in 2025. I was watching Melinda from Web of Stories, and one of the things that she was talking about was intentionally trying to like shout out videos or somehow draw our attention to videos that she thinks are really interesting and excellent. And I asked her, you wouldn't mind if I did that too, right? Because yeah, I do want to. I mean, Booktube is so big. It's so big. I mean, I find channels I've never heard of that are well past 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just like, where have I been? So anyway, I really haven't had that much time to watch Booktube, but another thing that Melinda said in her kind of goals video was that she wasn't going on like a book buying ban, or, you know, like that it was going to be like more intentional buying. And I really like that idea. I really, really like the idea of buying books with intention. However, I found myself with a gift card to our new, we have 2 used bookstores in town. And so one of, like, I've talked a lot on this channel about the larger one, which definitely so many books. But the newer one is much more focused on more recent books. And they have a very interesting policy. So all hardcovers are $10 and all paperbacks are $5. And then if you brought any of those in for credit, it would be half of that. There's no cash or anything like that. And they actually just expanded, which I'm taking as a really good sign, into the space next to them. And I was there. I'm not even sure if they were actually open, but the woman let me come in and I was like, what is this space over here? And she's like, oh, we're putting the nonfiction and of course the poetry. But I was like, ooh, next time I come in, I'm gonna have to look at the poetry. But I did find a couple books that as soon as I saw them, I grabbed them. Like to say that this is intentional buying. I'm not 100% sure. One of the books I got is A Yellow Raft in Blue Water by Michael Doris. Now, Michael Doris was married to Louise Erdrich. Unfortunately, he died by suicide. This book, I'm not even sure if this book is still in print, and that's why I grabbed it. because I'm just like, what if I never see this book again? And fortunately, this bookstore does a good job of like, you know, books that are free are on a cart at the front, you know, if someone's written in them, you know, that kind of thing. They're not gonna, yeah, so the book itself I think is in good condition. It's about three Native American women, grandma, mother, daughter, and I think it starts in the present and moves backward. But anyway, so I'm not even sure when this book was published. It looks like 1987. So anyway, I sold a lot of copies of this book in Montana. Montana has a very strong Native American Education for All program, and so we sold a lot of books by Native American authors. And again, I don't know if Michael Doris was Native American or not. I would think so, but I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so this is a book that I wanted to read for a really long time, just hadn't put my hands on. And like I said, as soon as I saw it on the shelf, I just grabbed it, as I did with this other book. Now, this other book, I think I did buy with intention. And again, it was a gift card, so like I didn't pay for any of these. But this is a book so many of you have talked to me about on Booktube, Foster by Claire Keegan. I think that this was a book I heard mentioned quite a bit back when we were doing the kindness book tag. And people were, I think one of the questions was about like, you know, name a novel that you see kindness in. And I feel like, I know it was a Claire Keegan book that came up, but I feel like it was this one. I could be wrong, but this book is so tiny. I mean, it's got very large font in it. So I feel super confident in my ability to read this and read this for something very specific, coming up hopefully soon. So anyway, I still have money on my gift card. I'm just trying to find a reason not to go back there, just because I don't really like how it's, you know, I don't know, used bookstores like always struggle, I suspect, with organization. But anyway, so I did add those to my haul book. I'm trying to read the books that I've hauled since I started my channel, which was 6.5 years ago, and I got a long way to go because I really lost my self-control, I guess you can say, in 2024. All right, so what have I been reading? I did start reading Gilead by Marilyn Robinson. If you haven't heard, I am hosting a read-along of the Gilead series. I will link to that video down below, and as well as my brand new Discord server. Thank you so much to all the people, particularly Mark, who have helped me with that. I want to be straight up with people who are on my Discord for this read-along. Like, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be on there. I still find it a really, I know it's one of those things, like, the more I use it, the easier it will become. So I'm hoping that this will help me get through that. But I just want to be honest. If I don't respond to a comment or something like that, please give me grace. I'm also woefully behind on Voxer messages, so I'm so sorry. Anyway, hopefully you guys will show me some grace on that. But anyway, so yeah, I started reading Gilead, and this is the only one of the 4 books that I have read before because it won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. And yeah, it's just, it's deceiving how small it is. And, yeah, that it's just, I don't know. Marilyn Robinson is just one of those authors that's like still waters run deep kind of thing. Like that's the vibe I sort of get from her. That yeah, it almost feels right now, at least in this beginning, this reread, it feels similar to poetry. So yeah, just every sentence is filled with some purpose, and yeah, like it's clear that there was a lot of thought that went into it. So anyway, super excited to get more into that once I get some cleaning things and other projects a little bit more under control. I'm hoping like that is going to happen this weekend. Now, I'm wearing my Shakespeare shirt because this week I did finish a middle grade or maybe early YA book called The Total Tragedy of a Girl Named Hamlet. This is by Erin Dionne, Dionne. She also wrote a book called Models Don't Eat Chocolate Cookies. I found this at that new bookstore's free library or free cart that they have out front because there's writing on the inside of the book. Mrs. Cavernum, level 5.0, 9 points. So Hamlet, who is a young girl in this book, is in 8th grade. Her parents are Shakespearean scholars. Her sister, who is 7, is named Desdemona. And Desdemona is like a genius, like a child genius. And so even though she should be in 2nd grade, I think, she is in 8th grade with her sister for the first time this year. And then like just for part of the day, and then the other part of the day she goes home and has tutors come and teach her like calculus and things like that. Anyway, so Hamlet feels like she just wants to blend in. She doesn't want to be part of her freaky family, in many ways, and she's really frustrated with her parents for not understanding that, like her making sure that her sister makes it to all of her classes in junior high, like, is really, really taking away from Hamlet getting to class on time. She at one point she's failing pre-algebra. So anyway, there are some really wonderful things that I love about this book. I love that it kind of introduces Shakespeare in a safer way, although I'm not sure having the parents be quite so over the top. Like the father has like 4 models of the Globe Theater that he's built in their basement. Her English and history class are combining to do a salute to Shakespeare for 8th grade, and Hamlet discovers that she can read Shakespeare really well, which makes a lot of sense, right? If her parents are always quoting it. Her parents have these crazy t-shirts that, have 2 B's and then a B like X'd out kind of thing, like those sorts of cheesy kind of Shakespeare t-shirts. Anyway, so it made sense to me that she would be able to read Shakespeare much better than her classmates because it's not a foreign language to her. Like, she's heard it and experienced it a lot. But she does have like a natural gift for it, but she doesn't want it. But I do really like the fact that it introduces things like, they are focused on a Midsummer Night's Dream. And so there's like chunks of Shakespeare in this book, which I think is really great. And I did love that about the book. But Hamlet overall, like, she's just a little too over the top. And again, it's for 8th grade. It's not written for for someone like me. But anyway, so I'm gonna put this in a little free library somewhere and hope it will inspire a young person to learn a little bit more about Shakespeare. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been up to. So I would love to hear if you have any thoughts about any of these books. If you are enjoying, if there's been any great booktube videos that you've really enjoyed lately, if you want to share what you're reading, I love to hear from you in the comment section. As always though, I get it. If you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave an emoji or give this video a thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye.